You were refreshed because you were actually took a nice little vacation. You went out of the country.
I did, far out of the country. Well, farther than I've ever been out of the country.
Okay.
So, do you want to start talking about that now, or should we talk
can
about
in just
that?
a second. You brought something back from there.
I did.
Normally when we have
A communicable disease.
Whoa,
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm not tasting any of that.
It's non-communicable. No.
Normally,
yes, I did.
Normally, when we have this many array of beverages, usually this turns into a full form kind of show or podcast or whatever. But with our knowledge on the subject and we just kind of want to try these things. It's just going to be we're going to whiz bang. We're going to go right through these.
We'll go through it.
We're going to knock these out. So we've got some Rums for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are... we're AboutBeverages.com.
Yeah, that thing.
Yes, sorry about that. And the beverage we're about today, the specific or the general beverage we're about is rum, and we've got 4 different types here. This was St. Lucia is the island that I went to while we were on vacation recently, and they are known for a great many things, and one of the things they are known for producing is actually rum.
Okay.
Did not get to make it to the distillery. There were rum tours and things you could do.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Probably not a big family event while we were down on vacation. So that did not happen. And I'll be honest. And rum is not my favorite spirit.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
I enjoy it in mixed. It's not something I seek out either. We did actually do a full rum podcast,
we have
which
done
you
that.
Can find in the archives, which we were already providing for you earlier
That's
last
right.
at AboutBeverages.com, where we did actually try several different kinds of rum. We tried some aged rum, some different things that work well in mixers and things like that. And it was fine. Like I said, I still have, that's from 2 or 3 years ago. I still have some of that rum hanging around. So
I do too.
So that's how much I enjoyed it. Like I said, not against it, and who knows, maybe someday, like we always talk about, this is actually one I wouldn't mind finding one that I love that particular thing. There are certain spirits that we've already kind of kicked to the curb.
Right.
Actually, there's only one, really.
Really? Yeah. That's fully in the curb.
And I've got
fully in the gutter.
Funny story about that. So I finally had the Vesper, which is the drink from Casino Royale.
Oh, yeah.
That's the original James Bond drink. Was not specifically a gin martini or whatever. That was the drink that he created as he was at the poker table. And it's basically, it was like 3 fingers of Gordon Levitt, 3 measures of Gordon Levitt of Gordon's gin.
Okay.
Sorry, of G. Gordon Levitt. Wait,
Joseph Gordon.
G. Gordon Liddy. Wait, what? No, it was like 3 measures of gin and a measure of Quina Lillet. That it's almost like a Bordeaux. It's like a light sweet wine. They actually put in there. It comes in a little liqueur-looking little bottle, and then a measure of vodka.
Okay.
So I finally had that. Mine was made with Bombay Sapphire, the Lillet, and then also Grey Goose vodka. So 1 measure of Grey Goose vodka in the whole thing. So that's what I'm starting out by telling you that. So I go and I'm like, I'm gonna try, and they garnish it with an lemon peel. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this, see how this tastes, whatever. I'm pretty excited. So I smell it. I'm like, oh, it smells good. I can definitely smell the gin, the juniper coming through. Get a little bit of like a sweet note, which I'm assuming is coming from that wine kind of liqueur, whatever.
Right.
And then not really too much else. I'm like, okay. That's good. That's the mix I was kind of looking for. Figure there might just be a little alcohol kick at the end. Maybe that's what the vodka's doing because it doesn't taste like anything anyway. And so I take a sip. I go through those same things. I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's layered. I'm getting the gin. I get into that. Oh, great. It finishes with vodka fumes.
Oh.
Like really strong. I'm like, this is 1 measure is in here. And it was literally like, oh, the gin. Oh, that's great. Oh, wow. I like the little sweetness that's in there. That kind of smooths things out a little bit more. That's nice. And in my head, I'm already thinking like, ooh, what other gins would taste good in here? Like I'm kind of already on that path. And then literally not flavor, but just like if you've had a shot of vodka, which most people have, well, some people, I don't know if you've ever had it straight. Most people mix it. But if you've ever actually had a shot of straight vodka, literally at the end, that little puff of rubbing alcohol.
Right.
That's exactly how it finished. And the way you finish a drink is not with that. That is not the finish you want. So I was depressed but then I did think, well, someday I'll make this without that. And it
what else could you put in there? Maybe a tequila.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe
a white tequila, a blanco, or maybe even who knows? Maybe even a white rum.
That would actually be nice. Some sort of finish.
With that little fruit in there.
It might be a drink that we have to create at some point. But anyway, like I said, I finally had experienced that, and I was like,
where'd you have that?
We were actually at Fleming's.
Oh,
we went there for our anniversary.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, 15 years.
Wow.
I know.
When did that was that yesterday?
No, it was the 24th.
Okay, so very, very recently.
Yeah, very recently.
Okay,
So we
nice.
wound up going there. Yeah, so they actually made
forgot
that drink.
about
I was
that.
like,
Happy
I wanna try
anniversary.
that. Oh,
Man, nice.
So I wanted to try that, and I was like, damn it.
And you spent $30 on that.
No, thankfully it was like 10 or something
Okay.
like that. It wasn't that bad. Like, I wanted to try it. I was going to get a mix something anyway. I had a Manhattan, too.
Good.
Well, so then that's
Maybe.
the thing, too. That we'll do that story for another podcast because it's another story.
Okay.
So we'll do that some other time.
That's
We'll
good.
talk about the Manhattan.
All right.
But what we have here to talk about today is rum.
Correct.
And so what is this from that distillery that you were
Yeah, this is
referencing?
from St. Lucia, from the St. Lucia Distilleries. I got this at one of the gift shops that we were at. You found this particular rum, or these rums, pretty much everywhere that we went. I saw those. In fact, actually at the duty-free shop, I sent you that picture of that Scotch.
Yeah.
Right? But
and you bought 3 of those. How much was that?
that was $790 US. Eastern Caribbean, it was like 2,500.
The
Eastern
decimal point is
Caribbean.
at the end of those 3 numbers.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
$790.
about $800.
Yeah, but they had a lot of rums there. They actually had it was really cool. I almost got it, but then I didn't want to have to. I don't know. I'm weird. I didn't want to have to mess with bringing booze and glass and all
Yeah.
that stuff back. And
Well, there's
and
regulations
and you
about how
got to
many
go
of
through
things
customs and all that stuff. But they had this one kind of cool thing. It was 3 rums together, and that's the other thing too. As I said before, I don't dislike rum, but it's certainly not one of my favorites. Not one of those things I'm willing to go all out for. But they had this thing with 3 rums, and the bottles kind of stacked on top of each other. Although there was an actual like neck to the bottle, but this bottom part like fit down far enough.
Oh, neat.
So that it sat kind of like that.
Oh,
And it was
That's pretty cool.
It was very, very cool. Like I said, definitely if it's rum is your thing, and that would have been
Yeah.
a neat way to get 3 of them. But so this we went on a boat cruise, and the resort we stayed at, they make a lot of rum-based drinks. Rum punch was a big thing there. So so I actually have tried one of these on the catamaran cruise that we took because they had it there. It's where they were mixing rum and cokes
Okay.
and things. I just wanted to try the rum, so I did try that there. So when we get to that, I'll
okay.
talk about that one. But
All right. So now we've kind of lined up in a little bit of an order here. Do you
Oh, that's
want to
right.
still start with it? Okay.
Yeah, let's
So
do
we have a clear. We have a white rum. Sorry, a white rum. We have Bounty, the spirit of Saint Lucia.
St. Lucia.
Saint Lucia. Thank you.
Lucia.
Saint Lucia. Okay.
Yes.
Lelouch.
Lucia.
Lucia.
Nuke.
Isn't that luge? What isn't that? Isn't that you do something? That's a Winter Olympic game.
That is.
Okay.
Winter sport.
Yeah. So that's probably a little step up there, and then we've got a reserve. We have the Chairman's Reserve,
Yep.
and then we have a spiced rum. So we kind of threw that one at the end because we thought it might be the most different kind of palate crazy. So we're just going to have that one at the end. So
That is correct.
all right.
But yeah, actually, it was Kristen's like, we should get one of these and you guys could do a little podcast. And I thought that's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
And they didn't because
She
of
wasn't
this,
talking about the $790 one.
No, she wasn't talking
quite
about that.
She wasn't quite that tipsy at the time.
No, she wasn't.
You and Andrew, I will take care of this. I will pay for this.
It's on me.
It's on me.
But these were nice because it came in a nice like little 4-pack box and like I said, I thought perfect for the plane. So.
Now, all these appeared to be 40 proof, I believe. Nothing was, 40, and 40. Yeah, so these are all 40 proof. 40, I should say 40%, so 80 proof.
40%, yeah.
80 proof. So these are all 80 proof. Like I said, usually your white rums are more toward some sort of mixer or something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh. It stings the nostrils.
I remember we're trying a spirit again, so.
It's like the...
A little bit of sweetness in there, though.
There's a little cream note.
It was kind of cool. One of the places we went to, they actually showed us how they start the chocolate making process, and then they showed this how they take the sugar cane and they basically pulverize it between 2 like stone mills.
Oh, okay.
And they squeeze out the juice from that, and that was
that is
a little
really
taste
cool.
of that. That was really good. So, a little sweet, little fruit maybe.
Yeah,
Not much.
kind of. It's probably because we were just talking about it. It reminds me, actually, a hint of tequila in there. There's a little agave kind of smell in there. Something about that. Maybe just the way it was distilled or something like. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Pretty basic.
Pretty basic. What you'd expect. Like I said,
Yeah.
out of a white rum, you don't want probably a lot going on because it's
Right.
kind of. It's going to be the basis support for some other mixing or something like that.
A little bit of fire. little heat.
Definitely a little heat, kind of like all over. I get, some kind of came back forward toward the front of my tongue, kind of lit it up a little bit, and
Yeah.
but there is a little sweetness still in there. Yeah.
All right, so this is the...
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The
sorry.
Bounty?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, so this is the Bounty. So I'm assuming just kind of one step up. It's golden.
This was the one that they had on the catamaran boat that we took.
honey golden color. Whew, that's a little more. Wow, that seems even more potent to the nostrils. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. I can't even take too big a whiff of that one. For some reason, that one really, really hits me. Not with anything specific. It's
Just
just
more
seems like
alcohol?
the alcohol just seems
Yeah.
really hit me, even though they're the same proof. Like I don't know. Are you getting some of that, or is it?
Yeah, no, I definitely get that.
I don't
agree.
get the sweetness that I got out of the first one.
No,
This one's
well,
a
this
little
has
more-
probably been aged a little bit, I would think, and some.
Yeah.
yeah, aged longer at least than that. I'm not sure how.
And we'll actually have a link to their distillery, right?
yes
At
correct.
AboutBeverages.com. The Link Lounge making an appearance.
That's
on
right.
the show.
Check it out.
Little brown sugar note in the aroma. This one a little, same kind of, tingling little fire coming back forward, but seems a little smoother actually. Did not think it was going to be after the aroma.
Yeah.
But to me, palate wise, maybe this one, got me cauterized a little bit and helped out, but seems a little smoother.
And I remember, like I said, the little bit when she poured me a shot on the boat, I thought it had more vanilla and more spice to it. Now maybe, what's that? But it wasn't that. But I know it wasn't that color label
Okay.
that they had. I'm 99% sure it's this one.
Oh, okay.
It could. The only other one it could be is this because that's the color label it was. But I'm 99% sure it was that.
Okay.
So,
Well, maybe the plastic wicks away some of that.
well, yeah, that or maybe they export. Maybe they sell the not as good stuff in the.
It could.
But
it's possible.
Who knows? Or maybe it was just the romance of being on the boat.
It could be.
Enhanced.
It's amazing, like when you're actually at a place, or whether it's at a brewery or at any kind of place like that, where that just adds to the experience. That makes
Yeah.
you more excited about. I mean, unless something is obviously totally terrible, but like it. I think that elevates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's more. What do we have there? Yeah, that's not all that exciting. Because one of the reasons why then I was happy about that I brought this because I had tried this one and I thought, oh, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but it's not the same as.
No, it's still fairly bland.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a little bit smoother. The little spices in there.
Yeah.
I get a little bit, like I said, the molasses that I talked about,
Yeah.
but again, just not.
Yeah, rum just
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, at least there is.
I love a good
flavor.
little Captain and Pepper, little Captain Morgan and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
that's
that's
always a
always-
tasty friend right there.
That's
but-
true. And there's, like I said, there's nothing. We certainly don't feel about rum as we do about vodka.
No,
but-
there's actually some flavor here.
Yeah, there's actually
There's
a
some
flavor.
There's some flavor. I see used to this. Well, and even like when we did the podcast that we referenced earlier, like I said, even though I still have it around, I have had a little bit of that every now and again. The one that, sadly, the name escapes me. But,
Oh yeah, was it the?
but it was an aged rum.
the Crucian, because it meant crosses, right? Or
No, that wasn't it.
no, Crucian.
It was in an
No?
older looking bottle. Anyway, that one.
Oh yeah, I have
That
mine.
one.
I remember the name of mine, which I still have.
Okay, and I actually, like I said, and I've had some more recent. I liked it. It was an aged rum, had a little more spice to it, a little more character. It definitely is more of a sipper. Like I wouldn't mix it in anything. Like so I liked it. Okay,
Okay, now this is their Chairman's Reserve.
yeah. So this one's probably a little bit more of their higher end. Oh, it actually says right on here, the finest from St. Lucia.
That's got like a brown sugary note.
This has
kinda
more of
opens
that
up-
molasses note. This has been my favorite aroma by far.
Yeah,
this
I
is
agree.
this is actually pretty nice.
That's pretty good.
That's really nice, actually.
Yeah.
I really like that. It's it kind of keeps the smoothness, kind of builds. Like I said, so it's
Right.
pretty nice and smooth. I don't get as much of the alcohol coming back forward.
Right.
That brown sugar molasses really comes through nicely, which kind of creates a nice coating. There's a nice viscosity to it.
Little vanilla maybe. In
Yeah,
there. There's
little-
something,
little
but
hint to
that's
that.
no. That's really good.
That's actually I could see that easily being great in a mixed drink, or I could sip that.
Yeah.
If it- on a little chilly Arizona evening in about late December.
The four that we get.
The four that we get, exactly.
Yeah, no, I like
That's
that.
pretty good. I like that. That's my favorite so far, by far. And that's the thing too. Like so, with these, with these rums, if you don't, kind of the same thing we did when we tried tequilas and that sort of thing. You got to always try and find, what am I going to be doing with it?
Right.
Am I planning on it being a sipper? Am I going to be mixing it? Am I be hoping to do a little of both?
Right.
And then balancing your flavor dollar ratio. I mean, because all those things that makes a play. Like, I'm not going to spend $75 on something and then I'm using it as a mixer.
Right.
That better be something I'm enjoying straight.
Yeah.
But if you can find stuff that's like in a good range, like when we had the Cazadores tequila or some of those other aged tequilas that are, $30 or under that are good, like, great, I can sip it, but wow, I can also make the best margarita you've ever had. So, all right. So for the final one, we've got actually, this is also the Chairman's Reserve. I did not notice that.
But
spiced.
Spiced, yep. That's why we put it last. Cause
It does not say...
there probably
says-
is more information at their website, I would bet.
It says authentic Caribbean spices.
Okay. And that was actually the cool thing, too. Some of the tours we took, they've got, like, a lot of neat herbs down there. Like, they have lemongrass. They've got, thyme. They've
Parsley?
got, no. That's
Sage?
Lime leaves, which I
Kefir lime?
well, probably no. It's similar to that, and
Yeah.
actually, that's because that's what I thought of. They gave you, and I thought it would be so awesome to have some of those, muddle them in the bottom of like a gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Or I thought
Yeah.
that would have been
Oh my
delicious
God.
because they had such a great aroma to them. So.
Did you get to try anything like that, or?
No, I couldn't really find any gin down there, but I wasn't really looking all that hard either. So.
You just like walk in like a belligerent tourist, like,
Yeah.
where's my gin? You're, like,
Give me some
pounding
of
your
these
fist.
lime leaves, muddle them in the bottom. Give me a.
All right, here's what you're doing
some
for me. Wow. Okay, so definite color change. We had a slight color change between all of them, but this one's kind of more reddish.
Yeah, definitely reddish. If you look at it by itself, you see the red, but it also has now it looks more like a bourbon, like a lighter bourbon or something.
A little
almost.
bit.
But or actually, you know what? No,
It's a little
I'm gonna
ro-
retract
it's-
that. It's a little too rosy. It's more like
It's a rose hip.
It's like a or
It's like a light rose hip kind of color.
or a rosé that's starting to turn a little
Starting to
bit.
turn. Ooh, there's spices in
Oh,
there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of orange in there. A
Ooh.
lot of orange and there's a
I'm
lot
glad
of orange.
we you know what. We do a lot of things right at AboutBeverages.com.
We do.
We do some things wrong. we admit that, but we were extremely right when we put this one last.
Yes, we were. Oh my god.
We couldn't have been more right.
Orange coriander, like
Wow.
that's like there's some
It's
new
like orange candy. That's like the
Yeah.
gel orange gel that you would find it. And I'm not a big fan of orange and chocolate, but that reminds me of like chocolatey orange. Yeah, but we'll take a little sip. This is like something you'd soak like a fruitcake.
It does. There is
It's like
actually
a-
you know what the like the candied kind of the
Yeah.
orange that you're talking about in there. It's kind of a bad candied orange.
I'm a little bit
and it's
afraid.
also good because we did this one last because I was kind of pouring amounts that we could finish since we're using the same
Yeah.
glass. I'm not worried about not finishing this one.
Unless I'm totally wrong about how this is going to taste, I will not finish that. But let's try.
I mean, like, are you gonna like Aaron Rodgers bet your 2012 salary that Ryan Braun is like completely innocent? Like, are you gonna go that far? Because
I'm not going to do that because Aaron Rodgers actually owes somebody his 2012 salary.
he should.
He really
it's like
does.
$3.5 million.
Yeah.
You will be. How's that crow taste? Sorry, wrong topic.
You defended the wrong bro.
yeah,
The wrong brawn, bro.
the wrong Braun, bro.
No. Oh God, no.
Oh wow, I don't even. I'm done with that.
See, I would recommend you saving these for later, maybe for a Coke or something. That I would say, let's
Oh.
just get rid of that right away.
That's
Yeah,
back
that's
to
not-
that's back to being very very spicy, probably because of a little bit of alcohol, but a lot because of cinnamon or all those things.
There's a
we
little
talked-
coconut in there, which is intriguing to me. But
There could be a coconut sweetness in there.
overall, no.
Overall, it was the cinnamon and coriander and spices and there's some clove and just all of that just way too far forward.
way too. Yeah.
You cut that in half. Yeah, maybe you have something I'd be happy to mix with a little
Yeah.
bit, but I don't even want to.
Yeah, in a rum
yeah,
punch.
that's
Is
his
that
weight.
my bad?
Yeah, in your rum punch, as Mary Poppins says. Yeah, well, that was our tour of 4 different types of bourbon. I'm really glad you brought that back.
You said
I'm always-
bourbon though.
Oh, damn
I
it.
know. We wish it was, but
Oh, why did I say bourbon?
That's right.
That spice made me all crazy. Tour of rum.
tour of rum, tour of St. Lucia.
Tour of St. Lucia and their rum. They should make bourbon. They can't. They should buy a small plot in Kentucky.
The St. Lucians
The
should
St.
move to
Lucian.
Kentucky. I think they're
Well,
happy
it's like
doing
how
what they're doing.
is it China or Japan? They're making scotch now.
Yeah. How can they do
Well,
that?
I forget what they call it. I think they have to call it a blended scotch or something like
Okay.
that. But I remember seeing that at Total. I was like,
That's
How
right.
do they do that?
That's right. Shouldn't be able to do that.
Well, they own land everywhere.
That's true.
Well, no, I appreciate, like I said, you bringing these 4 rums to us. It was a nice little tour of different things. Like I said, the last one aside, unfortunately. But
we can see how that one is aside.
I like I said, I would easily, the Chairman's Reserve is one I would recommend, or if I had a bottle of that to use, I would, be content. Like I wouldn't feel upset about that.
Yeah. No, I agree with
that
that.
one- that
And
one's
like I
good.
said, this one, when I had it on the boat, actually had some nice flavor to
Are you
it.
still positive it's that one?
I am positive. Yeah,
Okay.
it was. I would guess the Reserve is probably more dollar-wise.
I would think
and I
so.
would think that this would probably be the one they would have, because I know it wasn't the white. So
Okay.
I know that's the one. So,
Okay.
but it did not taste the same. Now, for whatever reason that is, fond remembrance or being there, or who knows what it is. But it had a little more vanilla and a little more spice of the right spices, none of that spice.
Well, if you're looking for spiciness of a good kind, head on over to the website at AboutBeverages.com and check out the kind of little light tasting notes on these. Nothing too. We don't have to do anything too crazy because we obviously weren't over the top on any of these. I don't want to put a lot into it, but yeah, like I said, definitely check those out. And rum is something that we talked about that we're not huge experts on. We're not even quite full fans of yet. So definitely, if there are some rums that you like, and even if it is something that you like to use as a mixer, please let us know. Either send us an email that you can see here at the bottom of the screen. If you're following us on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, definitely send us a tweet. We'd be happy to learn. Hey, this is one that you like. We'd love to try it. Like, so we're always
are an
interested.
active tweeter.
I both of us, I think, have gone that way. I do like talking about the beers that I'm having throughout the week, and it's nice getting a little response from people, saying like, "Wow, when I had that, it's the conversation that we always talked about." That's what I love having.
we're
Of people
looking for.
either saying.
Yep.
Agree or disagree. Like I said, you don't have to agree with anything or everything I say.
It's discussion that's once again, it's the sharing, it's the community that we're looking to grow and have discourse with.
But whether you like it or not,
You should give it a shot.